This video is sponsored by June's Journey, a hidden object mystery game set in the glamorous 1920s. In the game, you step into the shoes of June Parker, a detective unveiling a gripping family mystery. Each scene is beautifully designed with clues hidden in plain sight, just waiting for you to spot them. The hidden object challenges are really fun, like solving little puzzles with every round. As you uncover clues, the story deepens with new twists and chapters. And it's not just the mystery, you also get to build and decorate your very own island. I've already added some touches to mine, and it's surprisingly relaxing to make your own little world. Plus, there are special events and seasonal rewards, so there's always something fresh to come back to. For me, it's the perfect way to unwind at the end of a day. It's engaging, creative, and every scene feels like stepping into a piece of 1920s art. So, if you'd like to dive into the mystery, download June's Journey today for free on iOS, Android, or PC. Just use the link in my description or scan the QR code on screen. A big thanks to June's Journey for sponsoring this video and helping to make everything we do possible. If ever there was a tiny house that could steal your heart, it might just be this one. Nestled into the gorgeous Pyrenees mountains, this place is incredible.
Hi, we are Lou
and Adrien.
And we live in a really beautiful place in the French part of the Pyrenees. We are both 31 and physiotherapists in the surrounding.
Here we live on a collective place at 1,000 meters high in the heart of the Pyrenees mountain near the national park. Here we have the luck to live in a really preserved nature, and we are lucky to wake up the morning with a bird singing and surrounding by those beautiful mountains. We can relax and unwind.
We really enjoy spending time outside in activities like gardening or hiking, rock climbing. That's what we really like to do, and this place is amazing for that. Maybe some people could think that it's not easy to live in the mountains with a tiny house, but we really enjoy it and we never had any problem with that. A few years ago, we lived in the French Alps. We didn't find any place to buy. So we asked ourselves, why can't we find a kind of house we can move where we want to live? So we decided to do a tiny house. Building the tiny house took 1 entire year. So it was a very intense experience. We were most of the time on the building.
And we learned to build all along the construction. The only experience of building before the tiny house was the van.
Living in a tiny today is like living in a kind of palace because we lived 1 entire year in our van, so it improved a lot our quality of life.
And it was a really little van.
Yeah. During the building of the tiny house, 2 friends of us came back from a bicycle trip around the world, and they decided to stay in the Pyrenees. So we reconnected, and finally we took the decision to buy a land together for a collective project.
Yes, to put the tiny house on this land. So the other couple have also built their own tiny house in the Pyrenees. And now we live on this beautiful 10,000 square meter land where we can plant a lot. And we have also a barn to renovate for a collective house.
The goal is to renovate the barn and to share this place and the garden.
We are legally parked. We had an agreement with the mayor to live with our tiny house until the end of the renovation of the barn. And really want to keep the tiny houses after the barn to be able to complete the collective with new people.
In this touristic place, there is a lot of seasonal housing, and we wanted to have people that are staying all year long.
Yeah, and it's also a way to rejuvenate those little mountain villages with a resilient way of life.
So we are very busy people because we are renovating the barn. I also have an agroforestry project in the place. It's a syntropic farm I'm creating this year. And we have also our job as physiotherapists. Very busy.
The tiny house is 4.2 meter high, 6.6 meter long and 2.55 meter wide.
So we choose a very simple exterior design because it was our first design, so it was easier for us. We choose a simple roof slope to maximize the volume inside. Most of the windows are on the south for a bioclimatic impact, if we can say. And we also choose poplar tree for the cladding with a thermal treatment that resists to exterior condition. We anticipate some details during the building of the tiny house to be able to live in a climate with a lot of snow and a lot of rain.
As heavier insulation, heavier roof structure, and because we have a lot of wind, we choose to anchor the tiny house with 4 anchors. We already had 120 kilometers per hour of wind, so it can really be dangerous. The ropes are made with dynamo. It's usually used on boats. It's silent with the vibration of the wind, and it's non-extensible ropes. So it's very strong and it stabilizes the tiny house very well.
So the winter conditions here are quite rude. Sometimes we have like 50 centimeters of snow, but it's not a problem to live in tiny with that kind of climate. We enjoy it and we never had any problem. We can go working with a ski. In the front of the tiny house, we have a box with all our mountain gears and also the rainwater collector. It's a 400-liter capacity. We also have the electric system because we are grid connected.
On the south face, we have also the solar panel furniture. So we heat the water with the solar panel and with the rocket stove.
So that's it for outside. Now let's take a look inside. Welcome inside. We wanted a natural atmosphere, that's why we used raw material and natural colors. We used a lot of natural wood, local wood as possible, like chestnut tree, elm and poplar. We made ourselves the painting for a better quality of air inside. Most of the windows are designed in an Italian style, so it's opening outside. And that's very practical because it can be open when it's raining and it brings more space inside. Now we are in the kitchen. That's where we spend 90% of our time because we are cooking lovers. We really wanted a big kitchen with a long work plan to have many space to cook. We can also enjoy the best view in the kitchen, and that's very nice. The work plan are made with elm tree. It's a very nice wood we really like, and we worked the wood from the start. We wanted to have many storage spaces. We have, for example, a ventilated drawer where we can let the vegetable without moisture. We also have a special storage for trashes. We used curtains as much as possible to reduce the weight of the tiny house. We are also low-tech lovers. We don't want to use a lot of electricity. For example, we have a fridge without electricity that's under the trailer, and it's an isolated box. So we can't use it when it's 40 degrees outside, but most of the year we can have some fresh vegetables and etc. Usually we don't eat meat, so we don't need a fridge with a precise temperature. We have a double sink in copper. We renovated it. It's a second-hand one. It's useful to have a double sink because we cook a lot, so we have a lot of dishes. There is also my favorite furniture. It's a dish drainer I designed. It's very practical because the dishes can dry by themselves. Water doesn't drop in the work plan because it's collected on a zinc collector. It's also nice because it doesn't take place on the work plan, so we can have more space to cook. And that's it for the kitchen. Next is the bathroom.
To enter in the bathroom, we design a sliding door. It has a double use because it also allows to hide the coats at the entry of the tiny house. It allows the air to circulate, keeping the intimity inside. The shower cabin is made of leftover poplar cladding that gives this sauna atmosphere. In the bathroom, we have a lot of hidden storages, and we love to design furniture with many different uses at the same time. So we have very depth drawers for laundry and for soap making. Another functional and elegant storage is above the cabinet to hide the ventilation. It's the same in the shower cabin. We hide the ventilation on the top with the light. In the cabinet, the sink is an old copper saucepan. We designed another funny storage. It's squatty potty, but it's also drawers. Okay, that's it for the bathroom. Now let's go in the living room. We designed it to keep a maximum of volume inside and maximum of storage also. So we designed it with a platform and we have a big library. We decided to keep every books and to set it on beautiful shelves, but also to keep and expose some objects that we love, like the alembic in copper. I use this alembic with medicinal plants that grow on the land, so I do some hydrosols with it. We designed this living room with big windows facing the west and the south, so we can really feel that we're connected with outside. This living room, it's a really modular space. We can transform it and use it by different ways. So it can be chilling like on a sofa, or using a big dining table, or just a tiny table to have lunch when you are only 2 or 4. The big table, we use it for eating and also for activities where we need more space, like drawing, working on the computer, or sewing. We can sit up to 8 people around this table, so it's pretty comfortable. When we are a lot around the table, we can use the little furniture to make stools, and we can move the ladder to have more space. It's very convenient and modular. Under the platform, we have 6 different boxes with a big volume of storage. For example, we use it for mountain gear, camping gears, and for the paper, for the games. We designed this fan for the summer, but also for the winter, because when you heat your space with a stove, you have a lot of heat on the top of the tiny house, and you need to bring the heat back to the ground. So it's super useful and convenient for the summer also. We choose to build a rocket stove with some thermal mass. It's called a poêlito. This stove has 3 different functions: heating, cooking, and we also heat the water with it. The water heated by the stove is going upward by itself until the heated water storage that is hidden beside the mezzanine. The thermal mass on the rocket stove allows to keep the heat during the night and to wake up with comfortable air temperature the morning during the cold winter days. So the tiny house was designed to be really adapted for the rough weather condition in mountains. Near the stove, we designed a little cozy place with a hammock on a hook under the mezzanine. And it's really enjoyable to sit in this hammock with a book and near the stove during the long winter nights. Okay, that's it for the living room. Then upstairs you have the mezzanine.
That's actually our bedroom. We wanted a bright ceiling to contrast with the dark floor. We chose to use fabric for the weight with the Japanese style. The curve of the mezzanine was an Adrien idea. It's very convenient for the rocket stove and to have a comfortable entrance. We decided to have a queen-size bed. That was very important for us to be comfortable. And we also decided to bring a boat atmosphere with many hidden storage. For example, one is hiding the ventilation system. We have an inclined wall behind the bed. We use it to read. That's very comfortable. Behind this wall, there is a technical storage for the hot water tank and also for winter clothes. It's a very wide storage, very convenient because we have very big difference between season in the Pyrenees. So we have many clothes for winter, many clothes for summer. We need a lot of space for that. Thanks to the long window, we can watch outside in the night when we are lying in the bed. That's very nice.
The tiny house cost us 35,000 euros. We have been living here for 3 years now, and we love it so much.
Since we are living in this tiny house, this is the first time we are feeling like really at home. We are really proud of us to have been able to make ourselves our home. This place is made by us, for us, so it reflects our way of life. It's very comfortable and cozy, and we really love it every day. Building this tiny house was a real life experience. Now we feel really self-confident, able to build anything we want, like the barn we are renovating now. Today we are still working as physios in the valley, but we want to find a meaning and to feel really connected to the place. So I really want to grow my agroforestry projects and to be more outside, because our physio job is always inside. We want to enhance this beautiful place, and we see the surrounding of the tiny house as a nurturing garden. We want to feel rooted in that place with local people, so with this agroforestry project and also with our collective place. This collective project is ongoing. We really want to make it grow. Most of villages like ours have not many inhabitants all year long. So for us, it's very important to bring more life in this beautiful environment.
The goal is to go living in the collective house when it will be renovated. And after, the 2 tiny houses will be for new families.
Living with other people, other family, help us a lot to learn about ourselves. We can also share some skills all day long.
Resilience, self-discovery, relationships. For us, it's really the way of life that we want to live and to share, moreover in this beautiful place.
Lou and Adrien have created absolute magic here. If there was ever a house that I wish I could have seen with my own 2 eyes, it would have been this one. What they have created is just absolutely incredible. The views are unbelievable. I love the house design as well, and it's so filled with all of these wonderful low-tech innovations. It is such a clever space. And their future plans for the collective house as well, I just think are so brilliant. This is a place that's already amazing, and it's filled with so much promise of everything that's yet to come.